So we are live, Ray. We are live at YouTube right now. And my friends on TikTok, we are live on TikTok as well. Welcome to Vermilion Vitez. Ray, take it away.
Welcome to Vermilion Vitez. This is starting the show. Vinny Pascalini, Ray Marquez. Disclaimer. We are here not for legal or financial advice. Please seek your own CPA or attorney. The context below should be construed as educational advice only. Now we can start the
Now
show.
we could start the show. Educational purposes only. And every day, every night, we are trying to educate you guys. Bring something to elevate your lives, to motivate, to inspire your passion, your goals, your dreams. This is what Vermilion Vitez is about. Achieving, making your goals come true.
LEFXO! They've reached level 11!
Who's that?
They're in our chat. You might not have been able to use TikTok, but just make sure you shout out everybody who's contributing to us to make sure the show, everybody knows that, we're doing fantastic. Go ahead.
All right. So, today's episode, we're actually going to discuss again how we can contribute to you guys. And an interesting case that I have to share with you was recently one of my friends, right, who approached me because apparently he was in this country with a student visa, legal, of course. He had a student visa. He is totally okay to be here, to drive around. However, right, he's not allowed to work. He's not allowed to have a job according per the rules that they input on the student visa. However, he sells stuff online, which is totally okay, right? He's not working for anybody physically. All he does is post and sell things online. And I'm going to call this friend of mine Joe, right? So you guys can get a little bit of knowledge of who he is, what the name is, and this and that. So Joe, right, didn't think he was going to start making a good quantity of money doing that kind of business online, kind of like wholesale, kind of Amazon drop shipping, but he was doing everything off of his social media accounts because he was having a lot of followers, right? But here's the thing. With that particular status, he can't open an LLC, he can't typically have that much money coming in, right? So what did he do? What did Joe do? Like he has all this money coming in, right? He's been selling these products online. He needs a little bit extra cash because as a student here, we all need that extra cash for entertainment, right? For groceries, for fun, whatever, you name it. We need that extra cash coming in because, we like to enjoy ourselves. And of course, we only have today to live. Okay, thanks be to God. Yes, every day is a new day. You wake up every single day. So make every day count. Okay? With that being said, he didn't want to trigger anything, and get his status revoked. And what did he do? He was running out of options because this money was coming in and he couldn't do anything. So he reached out to a good friend, which is me and Ray. He reached out to Vermilion Vitez. And if you guys go check out our website, that's what we're about. We're about educating you in how to make your goals come true and how to create your legacy for your family with trusts, with foundations, with LLCs. And interesting thing, Ray, to create a trust, do you need a SSN?
No, not typically. You don't need an SSN for a trust, but it depends what type of trust you create.
True. See right there.
So
So to create a trust, all you need is me and Ray on a document, creating a little, description of what the trust is going to be about, have our indenture agreement, and have it notarized. And
that's
guess
it.
what happens with the trust after you get the trust established? You can get an EIN for the trust, its own personal EIN, Isn't that kind of like an LLC? But doesn't the LLC require you to have a SSN? Am I right or am I wrong, Ray?
You're completely right. It just depends what type of classifications you guys are falling under. And, a person that doesn't know his rights has no rights.
Has
So if they
no
ask
rights.
you for documentation and you give it to them, that is a form of consent.
Correct. And since he had a student status, he didn't have an SSN which he could open an LLC because he was not allowed to do that kind of particular business. However, he could open up a trust, which anybody, any viewer right now, you right now sitting down watching this, you can open a trust and start your business now, right? So he came to us. We compiled a very comprehensive documentation for him. He got himself a trustee and he got himself a beneficiary. And now he went to the notary, signed the documents, and boom, he has a beautiful set of documents that's called a business trust, a UBOT. We helped them establish and get a EIN, right? All legal through the IRS website. We didn't do anything wrong. We filed the right documentations as per IRS code. Again, educational purposes only. We educated him in how to file the proper documentations, which he did, and he was able to get himself a EIN. What did he do with that EIN? He opened a bank account. He opened a bank account. What type of bank account did he open? I think we're going to discuss that in the next episode, huh, Ray? What type of bank account did he open? The particular bank account that is needed for a trust?
There's so many different ones that you can look into. Truly, there's so many different ones that you can get into. You can go to the bank. They have a list of them at their bank websites.
So check it out for yourselves. Google, ChatGPT, Grok, however you want to do it. So again, he couldn't have any money, tied to his name because all he was doing was selling online. So with this new trust, with this new EIN, what did he do? He got himself a bank account. And guess what? He's not tied to the bank account because he has another trustee that could vouch for him, right? So he got himself a nice business bank account with a trust. And now he's able to bring all that profit into the business because he's only the manager of a trust, which is not considered a major business. It's considered a trust, something you're leaving behind for your family. So it meets particular set of requirements and rules and laws, which he is still able to do to help him achieve his goal, which is have a little extra money coming in while he's in school. So I'm very excited to tell you that he is extremely happy. He is one of our dedicated clients who already bought a lot of our products online. And he was so grateful that I gave him a copy of my book, Divine Strategies, which has some details here about trusts as well, the type of trust that you would like to open. If you guys check out on our website, vermilionvitez.com, and also on Amazon, just type in the name Divine Strategies. And the beautiful thing is that he had a goal set in mind. He said, how am I able to still operate this thing that it's not a business, but it's bringing in money and profit to his pocket because he's making a little sales online?
Vinny,
Huh?
there's somebody in the chat that's asking you for their book.
Gotta send me the book, bro. I will send you the link, bro. Or if you go into our website and sign up, let's see. Hit up Denny Love Gift Gallery.
He's been gifting us as well. So yeah.
Chucky, I could send you a digital copy. How about that, Chucky? Does that sound good?
He's like, it sounds great.
Go.
It's worth the book. It's really worth the information. All the information that he's giving you. Got you. I'll make sure it gets right to you.
Go to Vermilion Vitez, okay? Go scroll down, sign up to the newsletter, okay? And once I have your email there, I'll send you a copy of our UBOT trust, right? Explaining how does a business trust work for your life. And I'll send you a PDF copy of my book if you sign up for the newsletter right now, okay? And I hope you may find some blessings with this knowledge right here, because this is divine knowledge right here, faith-based business and principles that everybody needs to achieve their goals. So use these together to establish a beautiful, comprehensive trust at Vermilion Vitez.
We got
And
you, Chucky. We'll take care of you.
my final
Chucky's
thing, Ray. Oh, go ahead.
Chucky's one of those people in the audience that is here day in and day out, contributing to this lovely podcast that we have. So thank you. He gave me a gift. He gave me a yeehaw.
I saw it. He gave you a yeehaw hat. I saw
He
it.
gave me a yeehaw.
That's awesome, Chucky.
Thank you, Chucky. I appreciate it. I was on his live earlier. He has an amazing life. For any one of you that want to go, it's on TikTok. Chucky the One. Chucky the One.
The one.
The One.
I'll leave you with one final thing. My friend was so determined to achieve his goal and get some extra income in his pocket that I'll end with this. Man may not always make his goals, but your goals will always make the man. And he made his goals come true. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for letting me share this intricate part of something that happened to our business, to our community. I hope that helps. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, please text, please subscribe, please comment below. Thank you, Chucky.
Chucky the One. Woo, 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 woo.
Tap, tap, tap.
Man. Tap, tap, tap. GGs. Thank you for the GGs. Anybody in the chat, if you haven't dated, thank you so much for the GGs. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Benny, you got some GGs.
Oh, man. Thank you guys so much.
Well, you can just really thank Chucky. No.
Yeah, thank Chucky so much. Hey, Chucky, we're waiting for you to join the live. Whenever you're ready, brother, just let us know. We'll have our friend host us, and we could all just join in together.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we'll go ahead and get started, right? So, Benny, yeah, you got a yeehaw. You got a, yeah, there you go. You got a yeehaw. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I had to let you know that you got a yeehaw.
Oh, it's funny because I saw yours, you saw mine.
Yeah, I know, that's funny. That's why I haven't left the chat yet. Thank you, everybody. I am going to go ahead and continue the podcast, and I am going to speak of an experience. A lot of these experiences are tailored for you to understand what goes on when you don't prepare yourself or your family after your life, right? And the things that you're not taking advantage of while you're still here. Because a lot of these tools, we say, oh, after you pass away. Oh, after you pass away, right? Surprise, surprise. A lot of this stuff can be used while you're alive, right?
That's true.
That's all I want you guys to be aware of. We had this couple one time. You remember John and Maria, Vinny?
Yes, 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 yes.
They weren't wealthy. They worked for decades, saved carefully, and finally was able to pay off their family home. Brick by brick, mortgage payment after mortgage payment, saved carefully and finally paid off their family home. Right?
I
The house
remember.
became a crown jewel of their life's work. John used to say, no matter what happens, at least the kids will always have the house. What a great family. What a good parents, man. Wanting to leave something behind for their children's children. One day, sad day, John passes suddenly. No trust, just a simple will scribbled out years ago. Maria thought that was enough, right? They didn't know any better. Maria thought that was enough. She thought that they could just move their assets to their kids, no problem. That it was just going to come to them, right? A lot of people just think that. I write it down on a piece of paper, they should respect it, and they should give it to them. But nobody thinks of after the fact, right? When you pass away, who's going to come after your assets?
Who? Who? Tell us who.
The reality of all this, right? The moment John passed, everything changed. Creditors showed creditors showed up at the door. The hospital bills from John. Final days, $80,000. Old debts had carried. Another $20,000. Lawyers explained to Maria, I'm sorry, but all of his, this is tough. I'm sorry, but all of this has to go through the
Probate.
lawyers tried to explain to her that all this had to go through probate. And the house was a part of the estate. I stumble on this because everybody forgets about probate. No one knows what happens after you pass away until a situation occurs. It sucks. It really sucks that somebody has worked for years to leave something back for their family and they have to go through an attorney, someone that they don't even know. They didn't even know they had to get. They had to spend money on the attorney just to find out that it has to all go through probate. $80,000 from the final hospital bills, another $20,000 from credit cards that they didn't pay off under his name. Do you know what probate is? It's not private. It's not fast and it's not free. It's court, lawyers, fees, and it's public record. Anyone could see you owned and what you owned and who's coming for it.
Costs money.
So there, it's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. Think about it. There's Maria in court, grieving about her husband, right? Standing in the courtroom, hearing strangers debate over the home that she thought it was hers forever. Month after month, the process dragged on. Probate took 14 months. By the end, the lawyer fees, the debts, the creditors. By the end, the lawyer fees, the debts, and creditors claims ate up the entire estate so badly that the kids had no choice. They sold the house. The house John and Maria worked for 30 years. Gone.
Just like that.
Now let's imagine the alternative.
Wait, there's
Let's
an
imagine
alternative? Wait, there's an alternative? Interesting.
there's an alternative. Let's just think here. Me and Benny are gonna open to the world, right? The alternative. If John had set up a trust, the house wouldn't have been exposed to creditors in the same way. It would have not. There would have been no probate, no public circus. No strangers deciding the fate of the home. There would have been no probate. A trust is a private document, protected by the same Constitution. People don't know that.
That's true. That's true, guys.
The home would have passed so seamlessly, privately, and directly to Maria and the kids. The life insurance John had, right, would have flown into the trust, not frozen, not clawed, but instantly available to pay expenses and keep the family afloat. Same couple, same house, same life insurance policy, but one big difference: the protection of the trust and the contribution of Vermilion Vitez. There's a lesson here. Without a trust, your assets are not truly yours. They're in the lines of the courts, lawyers, and creditors. A will says who gets what, but a trust makes sure they actually do. Proverbs 27:23-4. Be diligent to know the state of your flocks and attend to your herds. For riches are not forever, nor does a crown endure to all generations.
All
God-
generations.
God is saying something here. Manage wisely, because what you leave behind can vanish if you're not prepared. God is saying, manage wisely, because what you leave behind can vanish if you are not prepared.
Manage wisely. Have God in your heart. He will guide you how to manage everything that you have. For real. That verse. Repeat that verse again, Ray. Repeat that verse again. Let's take some time here. Repeat that verse again. I want to feel that vibration. Come on.
A lot to check. I had to get a little quick drink break, guys.
You got this. Come
It
on.
was a Snapple just for TikTok. TikTok can be very delicate. Be diligent to know the state of your flocks and attend to your herds, for riches are not forever, nor does a crown endure to all generations. Be diligent to know the state of your flocks.
Yeah.
And attend to your herds, for riches are not forever.
Ooh.
Nor does a crown endure to all generations. Proverbs 27:23-24.
That is beautiful right there. Oh. Those principles should be embedded in everything that you do. Ooh. How much knowledge does that book contain that could transform anybody's life if they follow? It's like we're like when me and Ray talk business right now, when we tell these stories, these are modern stories, right? Which they all have the same principles that go back thousands of years by a little book called the Bible. Oof, that is beautiful right there. You see
The
how every
principles, the principles that we are taking from are much older than us. We did not make them up. That's what Benny's trying to say here. What we are here displaying is much older than us. We did not invent it.
no.
We are just here displaying it for you to make a choice. Now, with that being said, the show has to conclude. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. God bless you.
God bless you guys. See you
Vermilion
next
Vitez
time.
out.